Hey guys, welcome to your 55-minute level 1 yoga class. Throughout this practice, you will learn how to connect with breath and some basic yoga poses. Don't forget to take your time, and if you ever need to press pause, always come back to child's pose just to reconnect. Have fun and listen to your body. All right, so before we get started, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of settle into our space. Find child's pose whenever you feel ready. So big toes touching back. Your knees come nice and wide to the outside edges of your mat, and you reach your hands forward towards the top of your space. So breath is very important in yoga, as we talked about in the breath video. So now we're gonna go ahead and ignite our Ujjayi breath, pranayama. So take a deep inhale through your nose, seal off your lips and constrict the back of your throat, and exhale through the nose. Good. You want to make like an oceanic sound. So if you were in a yoga class, your neighbor could hear you. Chase's breath is very good. He can constantly hear it. It's important to stay with it throughout your practice because it is a safe place. You can always come back to your breath if you need to. It's here to help you and guide you and push you through certain postures that may feel uncomfortable. But just always know you can come back to your breath. So on your next inhale, reach your fingertips a little bit closer towards the front of your space. And then as you exhale, send your hips down towards your heels a little bit closer. Good. Inhale, reach the fingertips. And then Ujjayi breath. Feel the side body stretch as you set your sits bones back towards your heels. Inhale, come up to tabletop position. So stack your joints. Your hips are going to be right over your knees. Again, you're on all fours. Your shoulders over your wrist. Gaze down at the mat. Crown of the head goes forward. Good. Inhale, drop your belly low, cow pose. Pull your collarbones apart. Shine your heart forward. Then exhale, cat, tuck and curl. Pretend like there's this imaginary string at the middle of your spine pulling you up. Inhale, cow pose. Drop the belly. Exhale, cat, tuck and curl. Tiny little ball, spine goes high. Inhale, cow pose. One last time. Exhale, cat, tuck and curl. Inhale, come to neutral tabletop. And then as you exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips up high, downward facing dog. Good. First down dog of the day for most people, so go ahead and pedal out the feet. You can wag the tail. Just find some organic movement here to loosen up the backside of your body. Good. Once you feel like you are stable and you are ready to find stillness, go ahead and check in with the hands and push firmly away from the earth with both hands. You don't want to dump any weight in left or right. Always want it to be equal. Push down to the L's of your hand, so your thumb and your pointer finger. Gaze in between your knees. Good. Now, most people's downward facing dog will not look like this. Find a generous bend in your knees if you need to maintain a nice flat back. Good. Inhale, heels come up nice and high. And then exhale, melt them down to the mat. Good. Inhale, one more. And exhale, push. Good. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, tiptoe to the top of your space, preparing for ragdoll pose. Feet are hip distance or wider. Drape the torso over your thighs. Bend your knees a lot to find that chest to thigh connection. Grab opposite elbows. You can sway side to side. You can shake your head no. You can nod it yes. Always end on a yes. Good. Again, this is just for you to open up the hamstrings, anything in the backside of the body, lower back. Begin to shift the weight into the balls of your feet, feeling a deeper pull in the hamstrings. Good. Inhale, release your hands. Toe heel your feet back together. Big toes touch, slight sliver in your heel. Starting from the tailbone, curl all the way up, feeling all 28 vertebrae, and your chin comes last. Bring your hands to heart center. Samastitihi, standing at attention. Good. So here is where we set our intention for our practice. You can dedicate it to someone or to something, or you can simply just do this for yourself. Yoga is probably the most selfish activity you can do, but in a good way, because when you step on this mat, nothing else matters besides you. Inhale, flutter the eyes open, sweep the hands up above the head, mountain pose, Tadasana. Ground down through all four corners of your feet. Tuck your tailbone down, engage in the lower belly. Relax the shoulders away from your ears and turn the pinkies in to face each other. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, all the way down to your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Place your hands on your shins or your knees. Firmly push into your shins or your knees, igniting your triceps. Bring the shoulders away from your ears. Have a nice flat back. You want to look like the number 7 here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward, release. Inhale, one more halfway lift to realign the spine. Find strength. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank, preparing for our first chaturanga of the day. Lower down halfway, inhale, upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breaking down chaturanga for you real quick. Inhale, and then exhale, lower down to your knees for a modification at home. Lower down halfway still, and then when you come upward facing dog, find 4 points of contact. Use your core, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Good. Other option is to simply hold high plank. Whenever I cue downward facing dog, go ahead and downward facing dog. 2 more times through our Asana. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing, stay right there. Pull the shoulder blades apart, or the collarbones apart rather. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, send the hips up high. Good. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose this time. Good. Ground down through all 4 corners of your feet, but continue to send the weight into the heels. Take a peek down at your toes. Make sure you can see all 10. Lift them lightly and then gently place them back down. Tuck the tailbone down, engaging the lower belly. Keep the biceps up by the ears, but relax the shoulders. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sit a little bit deeper. Breathe in. Exhale, sit one more time. Good. Inhale, fill up your breath. Exhale, fold forward, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high and pause. Make sure the pinky toe is facing down towards the mat to level off the hips as you exhale. Then inhale, find length through the heel. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, open up, warrior 2. Good. Checking in with our foundation. Pivot that back foot down so it's parallel with the short edge of the mat and push through the knife edge of your left foot. Stack the right knee over the right ankle. Make sure the hips and shoulders are aligned towards the wall that you are facing. Tee out your arms, gaze over your right middle finger, dristi. So dristi is whatever gaze is just right over in your distance and find focus. So dristi over your middle finger, breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Good, clock the hands to 6 and 12. Active pose here, so push into the knee with your right elbow. Make sure you're pushing down through the knife edge of your foot still. Good. Side body stretch on the left, so get nice and long and reach. Inhale, reverse warrior. High five the other wall with your right hand this time. Side body stretch on the right. Get nice and long. Good. Good. Remember to stay with your breath. It is your count. So inhale, reach. Exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shine your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high this time and pause. Make sure the pinky toe is facing down again. Inhale, find length through your heel. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, blossom open, warrior two. Pivot the back foot down so it's parallel with the short edge of your mat. Stack the left knee over the left ankle. Yes, then open that left knee behind you. Relax the shoulders, tee out the arms, gaze over your left middle finger. Good. Take a big breath in. Exhale, shift forward, clock the hands to 6 and 12, extended side angle, side body stretch on the right this time. Good. Active pose, so pushing that left elbow into the left knee. Good. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse your warrior, high five the back wall with the left hand this time. Side body stretch on the left, find length through your ribs. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Plant the hands, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull your collarbones apart. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Use your lower belly. Now we flow one breath to one movement, 2 times through. So inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, open up, warrior two. Exhale, reach, extended side. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift the hips. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, open up, warrior two. Exhale, reach, extended side. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel top of your space. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, release. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, blossom open, warrior two, use your core. Exhale, reach, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, open up, warrior two. Exhale, reach, extended side. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, Ujjayi. Good. Remember, this builds heat internally through our body. So, and if any time you want to release any air, open mouth exhale will be good. Inhale, gaze forward, come down to our knees, preparing ourselves for Core, this is your designated water break, so if you need a time to get some water, please do. We're gonna meet in high plank. Breaking down high plank a little bit, very important posture in yoga. So starting with our hands, push evenly through both hands, through the L's of our hands, so our pointer finger and our thumb. You almost want to do like a little twisting motion to have the eyes of the elbows facing each other, and then push away, forcing the shoulder blades to puff out the back. Good. Send the line of energy through your heels. Good. Forcing them to straighten up. Beautiful adjustment by Chase. Take a breath in and a breath out. Good. Stay with your Ujjayi breath. This is where breath is important. So stay focused on your breath. It'll help you and guide you through your core work. You're here for about 45 seconds. So Chase has about 15 seconds left. Remember to stay with the breath and constantly push away. So you always hear that you're gonna have a nice flat back with plank. Well, in yogi plank, you are not. You wanna push away from you. Tuck the tailbone down, engaging that lower belly. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down to the knees, find your way to your heels and shift left or right. And then come all the way down to your back for Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Supta Baddha Konasana simply means soles of the feet together, knees fall wide open like a book. Place your hands behind your head and keep your elbows out of your vision. Take a breath in to prepare. Then exhale, sit up and crunch. Eyes, nose, and chin stay up towards the ceiling. Whenever you tuck your chin into your throat, you begin to use your neck, and you'll always, my neck hurts or my head hurts, it's because you're not using your abs. So you really want to stay focused on keeping everything up towards the ceiling and using your abs to pull you in. So belly goes to spine. Good. Notice how Chase's tailbone is staying completely flat on the mat. Every time he crunches up, there's no arch or anything. That's where the core work comes from. Anytime you use the core, it sends the tailbone down. And don't forget about the feet. Push the soles of the feet together so that way the knees come open wide and it really helps adjust the hips. Good. Chase is here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and full body stretch. Get nice and long. Legs go out. Arms come up above your head like the first big stretch in the morning. Good. Then go ahead and bring your legs up the wall. Stamp the feet up on the ceiling, preparing for rope climbers. So a lot of times not everyone's legs up the wall will look like this. You can go ahead and bend your knees if you have any tightness in the hamstrings or lower back. Go ahead and place your hands behind your head. Inhale to prepare. And then as you exhale, your right arm comes up over towards your left ankle. Inhale, come back down to center. Left arm over to right ankle. Opposite. So inhale, lower. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lower. Exhale, twist. Remember, you can go as fast as you need to, as long as you stay with your breath. And open mouth, exhale, release anything and let it all go. Good. Beautiful. And again, everything's for 45 seconds, so really stay with it and do your best for 45 seconds. You can do anything for 45 seconds. I promise you, a little bit of core work will not hurt. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck the knees into the chest. You can rock side to side for a little bit to massage the lower back, or begin to rock forward and back, forward and back. This will give the entire line of the spine a massage in the outer edges. Cross your ankles in front, plant your hands and step back or shoot back. Let's go back to on our back. I want to show slow motion of crossing the ankles and planting your hands in front first. This is a good way to just practice lifting up. So plant the hands, lift your hips, and then walk back or shoot back again. You just can't help it. Good, all right. So last part, we're gonna come down to our forearms and then we're gonna do get-ups. So forearm plank, just as important as up on our hand, high plank. Still puff out the shoulders and back. Then you're going to do get-ups. Lead with the right, come up to your right hand, left, drop down to your right forearm, then come up with your left hand, left or right arm, and vice versa. Just keep going up and down for 45 seconds. Chase has about 25 seconds left. So if you're staying with me at home, then we're almost there. I promise, keep going. Abs and shoulders are the most important part of yoga. It's not about balancing on one arm or anything crazy like that. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Go ahead and lower all the way down to your stomach. Or find child's pose. Beautiful. That was perfect by him. You can always find child's pose. Always. This is just a good way to stretch out the belly. Go ahead and find king cobra. So zip up your legs and back, and then use your hands and push yourself up as far as you can go. Now, most cannot straighten their arms all the way. That's okay. If you're in a little bit of a bend, just go to where you feel the stretch in your stomach. So again, shoulders and abs are very important. It's not all about balancing on one arm or one leg or going upside down. It really is about finding the inner strength in your core and in your shoulders. When you feel ready, go ahead and tuck the toes, send the hips up high, downward facing dog. Good. Notice your breath now compared to what it was like in the beginning of class. It's going to be a little bit different. The heart rate will be up, but anytime your head is below your heart, it's a perfect time to relax and try to come back to the breath and connect with your breath. We take for granted how much that we can control our body and our breath. So the deeper and the slower your inhale and the deeper and slower your exhale, the faster your heart rate will come down. You have control over your body, no one else. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Stay up on your left toes this time. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge facing forward. Good. Take a deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. Good. One more round. Make sure the right knee is stacked over the right ankle. Exhale, bring your hands to heart. And then remember to shoot the line of energy through that left heel, forcing that left leg to stay straight. Take a breath in with your hands at heart, and then exhale, hinge forward. Breathe in. Exhale, twist over to the right side. Left elbow comes outside of right knee. Good. So anytime you take a big breath in, your belly gets nice and big. We want that. That's good. Don't be afraid of that. And every time you exhale, it comes in belly to spine and allows you to twist even more. Good. One more. Inhale. Exhale, slowly release your hands to the inside of your right foot. Drop down to your left knee and then toe heel your right foot to the outer edge of your mat. You want your right toes to face the front right corner of your mat, about a 45-degree angle. Good. So this is where our lovely block and strap come into play. If you have a yoga block at home, I encourage you to use it. It almost acts like an elevated floor, if you will. So it allows you to put your forearms or your hands just a little bit elevated in case your hips are just like, I am not doing this today. That's okay. Take your time, ease into it, listen to your body, and go exactly where you need to go today. If you want to take it even further, you can take your right hand and place it to the inside of your right knee and I'll gently guide it open. Good. When you're ready, come back up to your hands if you've left them. Tuck the left toes under, come up off the left knee, and then send the right leg back to meet the left for high plank. We're going to shift into side plank Vashisthasana. So ground down through your right arm, left arm rather. Tilt your heels towards the left and open up. Good. So when you're here, remember to try to find that beautiful rainbow-like figure in your body. If you're at home and you're feeling like, this is just a little bit much, go ahead and drop down to that left knee. It's okay. You'll still feel it. Your obliques will still be working to lift you up. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Come back down to high plank. Good. And then chaturanga through, or simply hold high plank and then come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, facing forward. Good. Send the line of energy through the right heel this time. Have the left knee stacked right over the left ankle, tuck the tailbone down, breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands to heart. Good. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, twist left. Good. Remember, very important, inhale, belly expands. That's okay, get big. And exhale, send it all out with your core so it allows you to twist even more. Good, one more, fill up. Exhale, slowly release, come down to the inside of your left foot. Drop down to the right knee. Good, toe heel that left foot to the outer edge of your mat. Toes facing the top left corner, about a 45-degree angle. And again, if you use your block on the other side, be mindful and use it on this side. Sometimes the hips are a little bit different. One's more open than the other. That's okay, it's normal. Good. Come on up back to your hands if you've left them. Tuck the right toes under, come back up and bring the left leg back to meet the right. Preparing for Vashisthasana on the other side. So ground down through your right arm and tilt the heels towards the right. Find that rainbow figure. Make sure the hips are nice and stacked. Good. Again, if you drop down to that knee on the other side, please do so now. You're here for 3, 2, 1, come back to high plank, left arm comes down and chaturanga through. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, remember if you have anyone at home that is willing to watch this video and go through adjustments with you, it does make a huge difference. Or if you have the ability to record yourself on your phone or camera, it really will help to watch your practice and it'll help you with alignment because alignment is so important in yoga. Go ahead, take a deep breath in. Let's open up and release some hot air. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forward and travel to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift, pull the shoulder blades back. Exhale, fold forward, release. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, simply bring your hands to heart, Samasthiti. Good. Preparing for tree pose, balancing series. If you have a block at your house, so a very good modification for balancing because balancing can get pretty frustrating. Before we take off and just go on one foot, you can place this in between your feet. And when I say ground down through the left foot, you will just be on one standing foot, but then you'll use the block as like an elevated floor for your kickstand. If you don't need it, go ahead and move it off to the side and you'll begin to find the bottom of your left foot into either your ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Good. If you need to use your hand to pull it up there, that's totally fine too. Active pose here, so pushing that right knee back to the wall behind us. Good. And you always want to make sure, whenever on one standing leg, that you are pushing down to the ball of that foot. So the inside of your leg is the strongest point, not the outside. So really try to shift all the way into the inside. If you ever have any problems balancing at home, find something in the room that isn't moving, like a dot on the floor or a water bottle in the distance, something that's just not moving. It'll really help you stay focused and stable. Take a breath in. Exhale, release. Right foot meets the left. Good. Ground down through your right foot and the bottom of your left foot comes up to either ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Try to match it on the same side or the same spot you did on the other side. Great part about yoga with balancing is that our arms do not have to stay the same. So if you want to choose to grow your branches, you totally can, that's fine. Just remember to focus on your foundation still. So pushing through the ball of that right foot and opening that left leg behind you. Open that hip up, good. Inhale. Exhale, slowly release your hands to heart and then release your left leg down to meet the right. Beautiful. Go ahead and face the front of your space for me, preparing for dancer's pose. So with dancers, we're gonna use our strap. So Chase is gonna show you the first way. I'm just gonna show you how to get into it and then I'm gonna cue the full version. So just getting into it, if you do have a strap at home, place it around your right foot and then begin to crawl down towards your right foot with your hands behind you. Good. And then as you inhale, find length. And then as you exhale, kick into your strap. Good. You want to find this beautiful arch in the lower back. It is a back bend. Common misconception is that we're reaching forward as far as we can, but rather we want you to kick into your hand. So go ahead and release the strap. Chase doesn't need the strap, so this is going to be a perfect way to show the full expression. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, drop the right elbow down. Inhale, bend the knee and capture the inner arch with your hitchhiker thumb facing up and the eye of the elbow facing out. So inhale, reach, find length through your left fingertip. You always want the chest to be proud and high. And then as you exhale, kick this foot into your right hand. Good, stay with your breath. Last inhale. On this last exhale, find your edge. Good, inhale, slowly rise up, mountain pose. And then as you exhale, drop the left elbow down, just like you're holding a plate of drinks. Bend the left knee and grab onto the inner arch of the left foot. Hitchhiker thumb facing up. This is very important. A lot of times I'll see this. You're making it harder on yourself. Just flip it so everything is facing out. Inhale, find length through your right fingertips. Exhale, kick, find your edge. Yes, this is okay. This is what will happen. It's okay. And then inhale, slowly release back up to mountain pose. Exhale, hands come to heart, Samasthiti. Close your eyes. Before we move on to eagle, just kind of take in whatever happened. It's okay. I know balancing is frustrating. We as humans are not used to being on one foot. We're used to having two, so it's okay. It automatically stimulates your fight or flight. So you automatically want to get out of it, but just use your breath. That's what your breath is there for, to connect and bring you back. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Good, exhale, eagle arms on the right. So your right arm sweeps underneath your left. And you can find the full wrap, or if you have any shoulder problems like myself, you can simply hug yourself. That's okay. Take a breath in. Then exhale, sit into your seat, ground down through your left foot, and your right leg comes up and over the left. The deeper you sit, the easier it is to find that full bind where it wraps around your calf. If you're not there yet, that's okay. You can simply just let this foot hang off on the edge. You can find your block and put a kickstand, or you can kickstand on the floor. It's totally up to you. This is a detoxing pose, so we're squeezing our lymphatic system, we're squeezing all of our lymph nodes. Everything is tight and cutting off the circulation. And then as we inhale back to mountain pose, release, we let back all the fresh blood and oxygen into our body, and it should feel amazing. Breathe in, find length, get nice and tall. Exhale, eagle arms on the left. Left arm sweeps underneath the right. And again, this is the worst side for me, as you can tell, so just simply hug yourself if there's any no shoulder flexibility at all. Exhale, sit into your seat. Ground down through your right foot. A left leg comes up and over the right. Find the same position you went with the other side with your foot. Again, detoxing pose, squeezing everything to midline. Eventually, someday, getting the shoulders right over the hips and the hips stacked over the ankles. One more, inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release, mountain pose, Tadasana. Breathe in, find length. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, open up, warrior two. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, straighten your right leg this time. Exhale, reach forward, send your hips back, and then clap the hands to 6 and 12. Very similar to extended side angle, but this time the leg is straight. Good. So, with triangle, we want to energetically squeeze the inner thighs together. Yes, they're not touching. We know that they will never touch in this position, but we want to squeeze them. It's going to help us with our stability. Everything that's working right now is your left obliques, trying to find that big side body stretch. Good. Inhale, reverse triangle. Bottom half stays the same, top half changes, and now it's a side body stretch on the right. Good. Make sure to keep those hips aligned towards the wall. Little to no weight in this hand behind you, or you can simply find the full bind all the way around towards your right hip. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale, Chaturanga, high to low plank. Plant your hands, step back, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, blossom open, warrior two. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, straighten your leg. Exhale, reach forward, clock the hands to 6 and 12. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Again, when you're on this side, really tuck that left hip under, open the right. Good, always spin the heart open towards the ceiling. Good. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse triangle rather. Very similar to reverse warrior. Good. Little to no weight in that back hand, or find the bind. Full side body stretch on the left. Breathe in. Exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down. Chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Good. So from here, go ahead and toe heel your feet apart to the outer edges of your mat, preparing for gorilla pose. Bend your knees a lot here to find that chest to thigh connection. Take the palms of your hands and put them underneath the bottoms of your feet, all the way up to your wrist creases. You can give your little wrists a massage with your toes. Good. Just go ahead and drape, relax the head. You can sway side to side. If you want a little bit more, go ahead and begin to ignite your biceps and pull your chest down towards your thighs. Good. Inhale, release the hands. Toe heel your feet back together. Breath out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga, last Chaturanga of the night. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Right knee comes behind right wrist. Good. Extend that left leg long, untuck the left toes. Take a peek over your right shoulder, opposite shoulder, to make sure that this one is not, your left foot is not sickling inside. So sickle just means it's turned in. Good. Spider tip your fingers, find length. And again, that block is here to always help you. If you need something to rest, you want to find a forehead connection. So whether that's on double fist, whether it's on the mat, good. Just take your time, breathe here, and simply relax the hips. Make sure you flex the right toes rather, back towards the right shin, protecting that knee. Good. If you came down to your forearms, go ahead and creep back up to your hands nice and slow. Tuck the left toes under. Huge core work. So use that lower part of your stomach to send that right leg back. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send the hips high. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Good. So I'm gonna, while Chase is doing his second half, I'm gonna show you guys a quick modification at home. If this half pigeon does not suit you, you can go ahead and just come on down to your back. You're gonna stack the right knee, or right ankle rather, on top of the left knee for the first side, and take your hands behind your left hamstring and pull back towards you. And then when you switch over to the other side, and I cue half pigeon on the other side, just switch here. You came down to your forearms. Go ahead and come back up to your hands. Good. Tuck the right toes under, and then use your core, send that left leg back to meet the right for high plank. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Connect with your breath. Come back to it right now as we begin to enter our surrender series and slow down a lot. Inhale, gaze forward and shift to high plank. Lower all the way down to your belly, preparing for Cobra Pose, Bhujangasana. Zip up your legs and back. All 10 toes are your foundation. So you're gonna push firmly into your mat so much that your kneecaps rise up off of the mat. Exhale all of your air. Inhale, peel the torso up off of the mat. Stay for your exhale, feel grounded in your hip bones. Inhale, one more inch higher, squeeze, use your lower back muscles. And then exhale, slowly release. Left cheek to the mat, gaze to the right, hands down by your sides, palms facing up. Good. If you have someone at home that is willing to adjust you, be mindful that everyone's body is different. Don't try to shove someone into a posture. Just listen to their body. You're here to basically massage them. And it feels great. Show your hips some love. You don't open them up this much all the time, so. Inhale, chin comes back to center. This time, tee out your arms, preparing for full locust pose. Zip up your legs and back. Exhale all of your air to prepare. And this time, as you inhale, peel the torso up off of the mat along with your legs and fly like an airplane. Flip the palms so they face the front of your space. Breathe in, squeeze. Good. Exhale, slowly release. Right cheek to the mat, gaze to the left. Hands down by your sides, palms facing up. Inhale, chin comes back to center for one last final posture. Go ahead and bend your knees. Grab onto the outside edges of your ankles. If you cannot do this at home, that is okay. That is what this strap is for. Even if you have something like a string, something long that you can grab onto, you'll set it up underneath your knees before so you're able to grab it with your hands. If not, just have someone come hand it to you real quick and place it on your ankles. And you'll use the strap as your hands / your arms. They'll be like your little arms. If you don't need it, like Chase, I'm gonna go ahead and grab onto the outer edges of your ankles. Good. And this time as you inhale, peel the torso up off of the mat. And just like dancer's pose, as you exhale, we're gonna kick into our hands, forcing this beautiful teardrop shape, eventually someday being on the soft part of your belly. Good. Inhale, one more inch higher, squeeze and kick. And exhale, slowly release. Left cheek to the mat, gaze to the right. Hands down by your sides. This time, if you don't have anyone at home to give you some love, go ahead and bend your knees and windshield wiper left and right. It'll help relax and release the lower back. Good. Inhale, chin comes back to center. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and push yourself up to tabletop, nice and slow. Come down to your seat, shift left or right, and extend your legs out long in front of you for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. So seated forward fold, no one's legs are ever gonna be straight unless you're super flexible, which is awesome. But until then, we're gonna bend our knees a lot here to maintain a nice flat back, up and down, crown of the head all the way down to the tailbone. Inhale, arms come up nice and high. Exhale, hinge from the hips only, belly to spine, and grab onto whatever is in your reach. So peace fingers on either your big toes, you can grab onto your calves, your ankles, whatever you can reach to maintain a nice flat back and pull the chest forward. Good. On your next inhale, begin to scoot your sits bones back so your legs do become flat. And then as you exhale, tuck your chin into your throat and curl over. Good. Yes, this is not the flat back posture, but that's okay. I know that this feels great. It's a huge release in the lower back. So just relax and enjoy. Inhale, slowly come up. Curl, chin comes last. Place your hands out in front of you, palms facing up. Lower all the way down to your back, engaging the core muscles the entire time. So what happens in yoga is we're engaged a lot. Inhale, tuck your knees into your chest. Preparing for happy baby pose. So grab onto the inner arches of your feet. If that does not suit you, that's okay. Grab onto either your ankles or your inner thighs. A lot of guys at home, not that flexible, so just grab onto your inner thighs, it's okay. Go ahead and take your hands and pull onto your feet or your inner thighs, and then take your inner thighs or your feet and push back into your hands. This is an active pose here. We want to make sure the tailbone stays nice and flat. If it feels good to you in your lower back, again, be mindful. You can rock side to side. Good. Hence, why is this happy baby pose? Inhale, tuck both knees back into your chest and take a 10-finger basket grip around the right shin. Extend your left leg long. Good. Inhale, hug that right knee into the armpit. Squeeze it nice and tight. And then as you exhale, gentle supine twist over to the left side of our body. So take your left hand, guide your right knee over. Tee out your right arm, gaze to the right. As long as you have a healthy neck, just be mindful and you can relax. The nose will go over towards the right arm. Inhale, come back to center, tuck both knees into your chest to realign the spine. And then as you exhale, 10-finger basket grip around the left shin and extend your right leg long. Inhale, squeeze, and then exhale, supine twist over to the other side. Again, be mindful of your neck. Make sure it is healthy, and then you can gaze over to the left. Inhale, come back to center, tuck both knees into your chest. Give yourself one last final squeeze. Tuck your chin into your throat, stimulating your thyroid, waking up your metabolism. Bring your forehead to your knees. Stay with your breath. Take a deep inhale, squeeze muscle to bone. And then as you exhale, find final Shavasana. Final Shavasana is what your body has been working for the last 55 moments. So please take the time to enjoy and soak up every ounce of your practice. Relax your eyelids, relax the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax your head, relax your feet, and even relax your fingers. Find a little slip in between your lips. As you inhale, feel your belly rise, and as you exhale, feel the belly fall. This is you showing gratitude to your body for all of its hard work. Every inhale, you form more of a bubble around your space. And every exhale, you feel more grounded into the earth. I will pull you out of the Shavasana. Until then, enjoy a moment of stillness and no thoughts. When you feel like you're ready to move on with the rest of your night or day, go ahead and start to bring some life back into your body by wiggling the fingers and the toes. I encourage you to stay here and enjoy the Shavasana as long as you can. You're ready to move forward. Inhale, arms come up above your head like the first big stretch in the morning. And bend your knees and stamp your feet and roll to your right side. Welcoming your body into newborn fetal position. Again, remember you can press pause and enjoy this moment right here. Take your left hand and push yourself up and guide you to the front of your space. Find a comfortable seat and bring your hands to heart center. The light in me honors and adores the light in each and every one of you at home. Bring your thumbs to third eye center, the spot that ignites intuition in between your brow. Take a breath in. Exhale, bow forward, seal in our practice. Namaste.